People that don't know, Jim thinks he's the star of Today at Keeneland, but it's actually Scott Hazelton who does the program for us at 11:30 with Gabby Gaudet. Scott, thanks for getting up early and being with us. We appreciate it.
Oh, it's great to be here. Great to be here on this beautiful morning. Good to see some somewhat blue skies.
Right.
Been a bit dreary the last few days here in Lexington.
Yeah, you know, there are a lot of people in the handicapping space that are all great. I mean, they're all great, but I was looking and we were talking. So your dad was a longtime trainer. Gabby Gaudet, who you do the show with, her dad was a longtime trainer, and now her sister's a trainer. So this is something that's part of your fabric.
Yeah, it's just generational. I mean, that's how this tends to end up. I mean, my grandfather was a trainer. He was born in the early 1900s from Arizona. So it's something you can't get away from. I mean, it's one of those things. Sometimes you try. When I was younger, I thought maybe I was going to attempt to get away from it, but I've weaved my way back in through broadcasting, and luckily I've found myself here in this great family that is Keeneland. I mean, it's just been a blessing to be here and part of this, part of Keeneland as far as Today at Keeneland, being part of the sales team, coming out here, and also, you know, being part of the broadcast team as well during race day. So it's been quite the journey.
Great weekend of opening racing here at Keeneland. They've done a wonderful job getting all the purses back up, and I love what they've done with the Central Bank Ashland today, and then with the Toyota Bluegrass Stakes tomorrow, much like they do on Derby weekend.
Yeah, the Toyota Bluegrass has built itself back up. I mean, you just take a look at the recent winners, horses like Vacoma, Art Collector, Essential Quality, and it's not just them winning the Toyota Bluegrass, but it has a lot to do with what they did after winning the Toyota Bluegrass, correct, going on and winning these Grade 1 races. So that is what has gotten it back to the status it deserves to be at the highest level, which is the Grade 1. And as far as the Central Bank Ashland, I mean, 4 of the last 7 Kentucky Oaks winners have come out of this race.
That's not necessarily won it, but they've prepped in this
exactly.
race.
But Malathat last year, a filly,
gosh.
I mean, she was an absolute superstar last year during her 3-year-old season. So looking forward to seeing what filly will separate themselves here this afternoon. I don't think we have the type of Malathat filly, at least right now. I mean, we could see one of these fillies develop into that in this race and obviously moving forward. But that's what these races are meant to do. They're meant to bring it down. I mean, you're sorting through these horses and trying to figure out who deserves to be on the biggest stage. This obviously one of them, but clearly the Kentucky Oaks part of that as well on the first Friday in May.
It is huge to be back in full swing out here. And I know you're excited, and you're here all the time, of course. But tell us what the magic is like once you see that first post, that first call to post, and the first race goes.
Well, it's just, there's something special about this place, and hearing Kurt Becker's voice over the PA system too is part of it, and seeing the folks out on the rail and, you know, lining up to find position on the apron. I mean, you know, it might be chilly, but they still come out here in droves, and they've got their spring dresses on and spring attire on. So, I mean, this place is just, it's special is an understatement. That's the reality of it. I mean, it is. We've talked a lot about this in recent days, and I know it's a term that's been used, and we're in the midst of it. We've got the Masters, we've got Augusta. This is really the Augusta of horse racing.
That's good. Very much so. Let me ask you one question, Scott. And again, folks can watch Today at Keeneland, 11:30 on the CW Lexington. Early on in the meet, as a handicapper, are you looking to see if there's any track bias or what kind of things are you watching on this first weekend?
Yeah, you look for that. I mean, speed does well on dirt. That's just what American dirt racing is. Forward position is always key. You like to see how the turf is playing. Obviously, we've gotten a lot of rain here in recent days, so that's going to play into the way the turf course is playing. But you look for that. You look for trainers and riders as well. And one of the things I find interesting about these first few days, Chad Brown, I think, is a name that a lot of folks will recognize, champion trainer. He has brought in, it seems, a lot more horses right here at the beginning of the meet. He's a trainer that he's brought a lot of stakes horses here, but I think that you look at those horses he's bringing from Tampa, watch out for him in these first few days here at Keeneland.
You think he knows something?
He knows a little bit about what he's doing. Yeah, Chad knows what's up.
And Jim, the color of the horse makes no difference in terms of handicapping. Okay,
Are you sure?
So don't ask.
Are you sure? I don't know. Green's a good color to go with today, right?
Stop it. Scott, thanks so much. We look forward to seeing you this afternoon.
Always a pleasure.
Thanks. All right. Scott and Gabby, 11:30 today at Keeneland on the CW Lexington.